Now back to Roz and Rob in the studio.
Thank you, Bill. For a speech major at NYU, the future looked hopeless. The university told him he could not advance to the next level unless he passed a speech assessment test. Now, that was a frightening prospect for him because he had a speech impediment. So he got 7 on his side. Tappy Phillips tells us what happened. Tappy.
And Russ, the student was hoping to help people with speech problems, but he felt he was being held back because he stuttered himself. It was beginning to look like his college was not going to let him advance in his studies. That's when he wanted 7 on his side.
There's no cure for stuttering, and it's something that I do.
Peter Reitzes is a graduate student at NYU majoring in speech pathology. Peter stutters and wants to help others with the same problem. So he was shocked when he got a letter from the university saying that in order to continue in the program, his speech must be free of sound and syllable repetitions, prolongations, and blocks. In other words, stuttering.
I went around the school to every office that I could find and said, you know, this is discrimination. This is wrong. I have the right to an education. I would like you to help me. This policy can't be.
Peter noted that the textbook used at NYU was written by a stutterer himself, Barry Guitar, who says there's nothing wrong with being a speech pathologist who stutters.
Our clients, appreciate the fact that they know we've gone through this. Parents know that we know what it's like to stutter. But they also see that we're comfortable with the stuttering, and we have some way of moving through words even when we get stuck on them.
So we asked NYU what they meant by the letter Peter received.
It doesn't say what we mean.
NYU does require speech pathology students to undergo an assessment test, and if they have a problem, they must get therapy themselves to attempt to control their stuttering. But taking the test would not affect their right to graduate, and they say the letter was a mistake.
It was our first crack at putting one together. We didn't do a good enough job, and we're rewriting it even as we speak.
Well, NYU says that several of their graduates do stutter and that Peter's speech problem would not have prevented him from graduating. The school does admit, however, that they did not do a very good job in communicating that fact to Peter. So he'll be able to.
They certainly have.
Yes, they have, and everyone else too.
Well, there's a